Are all the good single men being held in captivity somewhere? Where are we meeting decent men? Like guys who are actually ready for a relationship. I was out with my girlfriends last night. We're all young. We're all hot. We have hobbies. We have careers. We go to workout classes. We're thriving out and about baddies. And we can't seem to find decent single men to save our lives. Hinge is a bust. Tinder is just for hookup. Don't even get me started about Raya. Where are the men? Who is holding them hostage? Please set them free. I am begging you.
She's asking where all the good men are, like we're hiding underground somewhere. Let's be real. The men she wants aren't the men who want her. When women say they can't find decent guys, what they really mean is they can't find the top 10% of men who check every box: looks, money, status, confidence. But those men have options, and they're not rushing into relationships with women who think their looks and a career replace femininity, peace, and loyalty. The good men are out here. You just don't see them because they don't fit your Instagram checklist.
All right, so everybody keeps telling me there's all these wonderful men out there that'll take you on dates and buy you flowers and do sweet things for you. And everywhere I look, there's all these men on TikTok that are talking about how they would love that kind of opportunity with a woman and all of these things. And I don't seem to understand why I can't find them. Can someone point me in the right direction, please? Thank you.
She's wondering where the sweet guys are, the ones who buy flowers, take you on dates, do all the romantic stuff. Let me tell you where they are. They stopped trying, because every time they did that, they got ghosted, friend-zoned, or laughed at. Men learned that being a nice guy doesn't get respect anymore. It gets you used. So they checked out. The funny part? The same guys she ignored at 22 are the ones she'll wish she married at 32. Men didn't disappear. They just got smarter.
I'm having dinner with my girl, and I want y'all to just notice something. There's women, all eating there. Women, all eating there. And let's not forget right there too, because they're everywhere. Oh my god. I don't normally go out, but when I do, I go out with my girls, and I am seeing something, a trend. Girls are all going out with their girlfriends. There's not like one date.
A whole restaurant packed with women and not a single date in sight. You know why? Because men are tired of getting used. Half these guys used to take girls out, pay for the dinner, and get ghosted the next day. Why would a man drop $100 on a woman who just wants free food and validation? Dating turned into a hustle for attention and free meals, not connection. Men finally caught on. These days, guys would rather cook at home, hit the gym, stack money, and save the headache. You can't treat men like walking ATMs and expect romance in return.
Why do men in the gym feel like they can't approach women in the gym? Like, what's going on? I heard some gym bro saying it's automatic law that you should not approach a female in the gym. I don't want nobody who don't go to the gym. So that's why we really got to address this issue, because if you're not a creep or you got good intentions, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to approach a female at the gym. Yeah, I have my moments when I'm in my zone, but like if you see me on a break and you want to tell me I look good or that you see them gains, like do that. Worst case scenario is I say hell no, and then we end up gym bro, gym sis for life. You know what I'm saying? I think nowadays men are too fragile, too afraid of rejection. Approach the gym girlies. Approach the gym girlies. If you're not a creep, it's okay to approach us, okay?
She says men should start approaching women at the gym again. The gym is one of the last peaceful places left for men, a spot to train, zone out, and focus. Now, women want to turn that into another dating ground. Men aren't avoiding you because they're scared. They're avoiding the headache. Every man's seen those viral TikTok clips of some girl filming a dude just for glancing her way. The gym isn't Tinder. It's therapy for a lot of guys. And honestly, men don't want to approach a potential bill. The gym is for lifting weights, not lifting your ego.
Why aren't men getting married anymore? It's not because they hate love or they're against love. It's because the system is actually stacked against them. In 1960, 72% of adults were married, and today it's barely 50%. And among men under 30, it's pretty much nowhere. Here's why. Divorce courts, they'll take all of the man's money, they'll take the kids, they'll take the house. 90% of child custody goes to women, and men pay millions in child support and alimony every year. Then there's the happy wife, happy life culture where men sacrifice everything to keep the peace. Meanwhile, if a man wants traditional roles, it's labeled as toxic. So men naturally ask themselves, what is the upside? And for a lot of guys, there isn't one. It's not that men in general hate commitment. They hate commitment to a system that is designed to punish them for existing. Till marriage becomes a partnership and not a legal liability, men will continue to keep saying no thanks. Do you think men are right to walk away from the thought of marriage, or do you think that marriage is still worth it? Let me know in the comments.
Why would a man with a brain get married today? Seriously, well, what's the upside? About 80% of divorces are initiated by women. When it ends, the guy loses half his assets, probably the house, and pays for kids he barely sees. Marriage used to mean partnership. Now, it's a legal trap. Women aren't traditional anymore, but they still expect traditional men. Meanwhile, men can get everything: companionship, intimacy, kids even, without signing a contract that can destroy them financially. Marriage today is like playing poker, where the other player gets to change the rules halfway through. Smart men are saying no, not because they hate love, but because they love peace.
I really should be studying for my doctoral degree and not talking about this dumbass stuff, but I just have to tell you guys what this man said to me. So I was talking to this man. Oh, Duke, are you okay? Sorry, there's Duke. Oh, Coco. Anyways, I was talking to this man about how in general, like, the men are not approaching women outside anymore. And I think we can kind of all come to a consensus on that. Like, that just isn't happening. I'm 28. I've been in and out of the club scene since I was 18. Well, really like 21, 22, whatever. And things have changed. Things are not the same. And I always equated it to COVID, right? I was like, okay, well, COVID just took away like the confidence, that ability to socialize and strike up a conversation with a stranger, or dancing with someone that you don't know at the club, which also I think is related to like phones and wanting to be cool and not wanting to be exposed, whatever. These are the reasons why I think men are no longer approaching women in the clubs. I'm talking to this man, I'm saying this, you know what he tells me? And now I'm like, is this true? He was like, oh no, like the reason why men don't go up to girls anymore is because of the Me Too movement. The Me Too, the sexual assault? I said, were men sexually assaulting women in the club like all the time? Is that how you approach women? By sexually assaulting them? What are we talking about? The Me Too movement? Yeah, now we're scared to talk to them because da-da-da-da-da-da. I was like, just don't be a creep. Don't be a creep. What? And that he was being very genuine. And like, I genuinely think that other men genuinely feel this way now. Like, it's so annoying to be straight. Like, oh my God, it's so annoying.
She says, just don't be a creep. But here's the problem. For most women, creep just means a guy I'm not attracted to. If she likes you, it's flirting. If she doesn't, it's harassment. Same action, different reaction. That's why men stopped approaching. Not because we were scared of women, but because we're tired of playing a game with invisible rules that only women get to change. A man can be respectful, polite, confident, still get labeled creepy, just because she wasn't feeling him that day. So now, men protect their peace. They focus on the gym, money, and purpose instead of risking public embarrassment for a maybe.
So go watch Tinks's video. I'll link it below. But what this says is that 45% of men aged 18 to 25 have never asked a woman out in person. All right, hopefully you watched her video, because what she's saying is that that's bad, right? That 45% of men, young men, aren't asking girls out. And what's going to happen now? What's going to happen with AI chatbots? The fact that ChatGPT is now going to allow adult content on its platform. Like, that's bad, right? And I listened to a podcast this week with Scott Galloway, pearl clutching over the fact that, oh my God, ChatGPT is now going to be interactive with adult content. And what's so fucking dumb, what's so goddamn stupid about all of this is that the reason boys, young men, 18 to 25, aren't asking women out in the first place is because of the adult content they already consume. This problem is not in the future. This problem is now. You are seeing the result of smartphones that are jammed packed with endless free adult content. These boys who are now 18 to 25 have been watching adult movies since they were 8, 9, 10 years old. They were so raised on it and so impacted by it that they don't even bother to ask girls out. Why would they? They have all the tits and ass they want in the palm of their hands. I have written articles on this. I have made a bunch of videos on this. I have been talking about this for years now. And what's even more wild is that on this podcast where Scott Galloway was talking about it, he said it's age gated. He says that adult content online is age gated just like gambling and just like cigarettes and alcohol. What internet are you using, Scott? Because I'll tell you what, I could hand my phone to a toddler right now and they could type in boobies and see every size and flavor imaginable. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, okay? But this problem, these young men who have jerked themselves out of existence for the most part, these young men who don't have the mojo to ask a girl out, they don't have the mojo to get out of the basement, they don't have the mojo to go to school or get a job. These young men got this way because in 2008, we decided to jam all earthly delights into a palm-sized device that they could take into their bedroom and they could take into their bathroom. Gone were the days of having to sit, in the family computer, at the desk, in the kitchen, or wherever, in front of, God and everyone. Right? Maybe you got to see something download over time. Maybe you got to find a Playboy in the woods. Maybe you got to see a VCR tape that your friend had or something like that. Instead, it's all in the palm of their hands. And you think that them being able to talk to it is gonna make that big of a difference? Like men wanna hear a bitch say anything to start with. Okay? So those pearls you're clutching now, they done been clenched. They should have been anyway. For 15 fucking years now. What we are seeing with young men now is the result of free online adult content access. We gave them all crack and walked away. What are you doing to change that?
Everyone's trying to explain why young men don't ask women out anymore, blaming porn, phones, AI girlfriends, even COVID. But here's a more realistic take. Men watched the dating market change. They saw the rise of hookup culture, unrealistic standards, and women juggling 10 options online while calling themselves single. Why chase someone who treats dating like a shopping app? Men didn't suddenly forget how to talk to women. They just realized the effort isn't worth the reward anymore. You risk rejection, public humiliation, or getting used for attention while she's still keeping her options open. So guys pulled back, not because of screens, but because of experience. Men learned the modern dating game is designed to drain them. Until respect and effort go both ways again, they'll keep their energy to themselves.